Namaste, good morning, Swagatam, and welcome to the first of our self-care through yoga sessions conducted by our CYTER team of Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth, a deemed university in Pondicherry. This is an attempt to share the philosophy, the psychology, and the practices of yoga to all of those who are seeking methods of self-care. Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita tells us that the highest dharma is swadharma. The highest responsibility is the responsibility we take for ourselves. And that is where yoga starts, with responsibility. Let us start this morning's session taking the grace of the great illustrious masters of all the traditions, the timeless teachers. Let's invoke all the masters through the Gayatri Mantra. Om. Tadparampariyaya vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya dhimahi Tanno Guruhu Prachodayate Om. Om Yogamash Dr. Swami Gita Ananda Giri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. This morning, we will be starting off with some simple practices that are very useful for self-care. And so join me wherever you are. And nice to see one by one the CYTER team coming online. So welcome. Let's start off by a little bit of shaking and waking of the limbs. So let's start to shake our feet a bit, giving a nice shake of the feet. Then the opposite side. Please remember when you are watching this that you may be seeing me in reverse. So this is my right and left. So there may be confusion there, but that's just how the system is. So I'm doing something which normally I don't do in class, that is mirroring. But anyway, it looks like it. I'm not doing it. It may look like it. Give a nice shake to your feet. Nice shake. And just kick it out. Good. And now on the left side, a nice shake. Giving yourself a nice shake. Excellent, excellent. Very nice. Let's bend the knee. Hold the knee. And then release. Bend the opposite knee. Release. And release. And release. And once more. Release. Very good. Now let's start shaking the hands. The right hand, there's a lot of tension. Most of us are spending a lot of time on computers and phone. So there's a lot of tension in the hands. Shake the tension away. Now on the opposite side, shaking the left side. Shaking is waking. So it is very important that we wake up the system, and at the same time, by shaking, we loosen up any tensions that are there. Again, the right side. And the left, the right, and the left. And now both the hands together, giving a nice shake. A shake where you're loosening up the joints, allowing for the flow of energy. The energy in the peripheries is a type of prana called the dhyana. And this dhyana needs to circulate throughout the body. Dhyana, sarva shariragaha is how the Shiva Samhita says it. Let your hands go around, shaking up and around you a little bit. This is like cleaning up your pranamaya kosha, giving yourself a nice clean up. up, down, and every place. So let's all do it together. Shake up. Now shake down. Shake up and shake down. Now to your right and now to your left. In front, up, down, to your right, to your left, up, down, to your right, to your left, up, down, to your right and to your left. And now just a free shake throughout, giving a nice shake in all dimensions, cleaning up all the dimensions, any of the negativities that are there from being all locked down or locked up, giving a nice shake under your feet, behind your ears. And now let's catch hold of all this tension. Take in a deep breath and then throw it out with a forceful Bhastrika. Again, nice shake. This time shake your head also. Let your neck, your shoulder, your elbow, all parts of you shake a bit. A good shake up. A nice shake. Now as fast as possible, shaking, shaking, shaking. As fast as possible, a good shake, 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 shake. Catch hold of the tension and throw it all out. Just stand for a few seconds and let your hands be free by the side. Just enjoying a very beautiful sense of energy flowing throughout the body, the dhyana, one of the major pranavayus. Just flowing throughout the body, giving a sense of energization, cleansing, and a beautiful sense of healthy movement throughout the body. Fine. Now, from the standing, there's a very good practice we can do, and this is a practice which helps us to ground ourselves. Now, there are not too many practices where, our hands and feet come together in day-to-day life. But in yoga, we always try to do something that is not done in the day-to-day life. So what we are going to do is a practice called Hasta Pada. And this is a practice where we are going to be stretching up. We are going to be coming down, and we are going to place our hands under the feet. So what's going to happen is the palm of the hand and the sole of the feet, they are going to be touching together. So the two peripheries, the top and the down, are being brought together, united in this when we do it this way. Okay? So what we are going to do is we are going to stand in the Samastiti Asana, the base posture, for a few seconds. Now, as we breathe in, we are going to make a slight jump. If you have any back or hip or joint problems, then you can just make a step. But otherwise, you can make a nice jump if you want to do it that way. Okay? So, we are going to make a movement, stretching up, giving a good stretch. Your arms are parallel here. Taking in a deep breath, raising your head up. As you breathe out, coming down slowly with the breath, with the breath, with the breath, with the breath. Bring your palms and soles together. Now you have breathed out. Breathe in and look up. And breathe out, take your head down. Let your head be below the heart. At this point, your head is below the heart. A very beautiful experience of the head below the heart. And hold the posture with just normal, simple, light breathing. You're ready? Start to lift the head, release the hands, and on an in-breath, let the breath lift you. And then lowering with the breathing out. A very beautiful sense of relaxation in the Samaskriti for a few moments. The Hasta Pada, a very useful practice where we are connecting the top and the bottom of the nervous system. The energies coming out into the hands are from the top of the spinal cord, the brachial plexus. Energies coming out to the feet are from the lower sacral plexus. So what is happening is these two energies at the top and bottom of the spinal cord are being brought together in a very healthy manner. We are connecting the palms and the soles, again connecting different areas of the brain, bringing them together at the same time. Very nice. Now, this Hasta Pada is one of the practices we do in the Samastiti Asana, which is a asana that is the standing posture where you are getting a sama, that is a balance, and a sthiti where you are getting stabilized in that balance. So you are trying to develop stable balance because we spend a lot of time on our feet. Now, the second practice from the standing which we want to do today is the Trikonasana. And in the Trikona, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be stepping apart or jumping apart, and make sure that your feet are not too wide apart. If your feet go too wide apart, then you will not have balance, and if it is too close, you will not be able to do it properly. So in general, I would say about 2.5 to maximum 3 feet. 2.5 feet is more than enough actually. Basically, the amount of distance we are asking people to maintain during this COVID crisis, 3 feet, 1 meter at least. Well, basically that's what the speed. We are going to breathe in and bring the arms up. Now it is important that the arms don't go too far up or too far down, or you have all this type of thing. So you want the arms just going out from the shoulder. We are going to turn so that we are turning our foot so that it is now perpendicular to the left. The right foot is perpendicular to the left and stretching the arms. And now what we are going to do is take in a deep breath. And as we breathe out, we bring the hand down as far. You could touch the ground, you could be on top of your foot, you could be at the ankle, you could be at the knee. But the most important thing is that we want to have a side-on position when we do this. And look up at the arm that is up there. Look at the fingers. The fingers become our drishti point, the point of focus. And with just regular breathing, enjoy the sense that comes out of the Trikonasana. Turn your head to look down. Now as you breathe in, lifting up. Breathe out, turn the foot, turn the body, check your arms out. Are they going out to the side properly? Now turn to the left. Taking in a deep breath. Now as you breathe out, bringing the hand down to the foot, looking up at the other hand, opening up the whole shoulder and the chest, and looking up and breathing just in a very light manner. It's called a Sukshma Pranayama, a subtle butterfly-like breathing. Turning the head to look down. Now as you breathe in, let the breath lift you up. Coming back to the standing. Turning your foot. Breathing out here. Taking in a deep breath. And breathing out, coming back to the Samastiti. Hands by this side. This practice of the Trikona is where we are putting the whole body into a triangular shape. The shape of the triangle is a triangle has the shape of energy. So this is the energy that we are educing and invoking in ourselves when we do the Trikonasana. Now let's come down to the sitting for a few practices from the floor. And for these practices, what we are going to do is a practice called the Malla Kriya, where we bring our hands over each elbow, and so that you are keeping the elbow up at the shoulder level. You don't want it here and you don't want it here. You want it at that level itself. And what we are going to do is that we are going to be breathing in. As we breathe out, we are going to make a blast through the mouth. It's called a Mukha Bastrika. Mukha is the mouth, Bastrika is a forceful breath. And we are going to come into a squat. This practice is called Malla Kriya, and it used to be done by the Malyud, all those wrestlers of Indian tradition. And this is a very beautiful practice that helps us to work on the abdominal region, the abdominal pelvic region, and give a nice compression, relaxation in a very healthy manner. It's a practice that activates the nervous system, so very good to be done in the morning to wake us up. Taking in a breath, blasting out. As you breathe in, lifting yourself with the breath. Out. Breathing in. Out. Breathing in. Out. Now to come to the sitting, what we do is that from here, we bring our knees down, but we have the toes under. So the toes are kept under. This practice is the Vajra Virasana or Vira Vajra, and is an excellent practice to work on the higher nerves, all the cranial nerves that are there in the brain, and really unblock them. There's a very intrinsic connection between the feet and our nervous system. We are going to be now breathing in and stretching up into Anjali Mudra. Breathe out in Anjali Mudra. Breathe in. And breathe out and bring your hands into the Kailash Mudra on top of the head. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring your hands to the throat. Breathe out, bringing your hands down to the heart center. Once more, breathe in. And breathe out. Release your hands and your feet. You can come down into the Vajrasana. The Vajrasana, a very beautiful practice. This is a practice where we are really enjoying the humanity. It is only the human being who is capable of sitting in Vajrasana. Animals cannot do it. So it is an asana where we are evoking our human nature and maximizing it. It is also very useful when we do pranayama, because when you sit in the Vajrasana, the spine is automatically erect. The alignment of the whole spine becomes natural. So you are not going to slouch like this or you go off center. It's very much easier to maintain an erect spine position in Vajrasana than many other asanas. So especially when people are starting off the practice of pranayama, it is very important that we give them things that will facilitate the flow of the prana. And Vajrasana is one of them. Because of this also, the diaphragm has a better excursion. It can move up and down more easily because there's a sense of freeness compared to the cross-legged sitting position or anything. So you're again going to be able to breathe in a much more holistic manner. So very useful to do it. So in this, today we are going to be performing a very simple practice called the Sukha Pranayama. Sukha implies a state of ease, wellness, well-being. So what we are going to do is you can place your hands just down on the thighs like this. It is a Sparsha Mudra is when you touch. And when it is placed on the thighs, it becomes Uru, U-R-U, Uru Mudra, because Uru means the thighs, Uru. As said in the Purusha Suktam, we find that word. So the Uru is the thighs. So placing your Sparsha Mudra onto the thighs. And what we are going to do is we are just going to be breathing in and out for an equal count. That is the Sukha Pranayama. It is a very basic practice that enables a sense of Sukham to manifest in the individual, a state of ease, that then enables physical, mental, emotional well-being to manifest in abundance. So join me as we perform 9 rounds of the Sukha Pranayama. Breathing out, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once more, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a few moments to contemplate and experience a beautiful sense of harmony, sukham that has been evoked in your own self. That sukhasthanam where we are at ease with being ourselves. That is where the positive self-esteem, self-confidence can all start to manifest. The Sukha Pranayama can be done with different counts. A minimum would be 4 in, 4 out. 6 in, 6 out is a common number that can be used. As the person's capacity grows, 8 in, 8 out, 10 in, 10 out, such numbers can be brought in to enhance the capacity to the maximum, enabling us to become conscious of the breathing process, something that we are usually not conscious of. Relax your feet and stretch your feet out and thump your thighs a little bit. Just thumping the thighs, shaking the feet. When you sit for some time like that, there is a tendency for a little bit of pain, uneasiness, tightness to be there. So what we want to do is make sure that the feet are relaxed. It is said that Vajrasana is very good for enhancing circulation in the lower limb. But actually when you do the Vajrasana, it doesn't feel like there's much blood going there. But when you come out of it and you relax like this, it's like the dam has been opened up and the blood flows, creating health in the lower limb. A very beautiful practice. We will come to the end of this session with a short relaxation, and I'll just guide you through a short relaxation today. So please take up the Shavasana. In the Shavasana, what we try to do is that we try to keep the feet and the head and the whole body aligned. In the Gita Ananda tradition, we place great importance on the Shavasana, and because the Shavasana enables the benefits of the other practices to come in. And we try to align ourselves with the head to the north, feet to the south. And the reason is that we want to simulate the experience of death without dying for it. So it is putting the body in a position that only a dead body would be put. And the reason we do it is we want to simulate the experience. We don't want to die, but we want to simulate the experience, because death is the final letting go. So without dying, we want to learn to let go, because if you let go, you are going to be more relaxed. The more you let go, the more you will be yourself. So please join me, and I'll be sitting up because I want to guide you. But please lie down in the Shavasana. In the Shavasana, make sure that your head and the whole body are in one line. When the head and the whole body is aligned, the energy can flow much better. And in the Shavasana, let your mind start to focus on your body in a positive way. Focusing the mind in a positive way so that we can start to be aware of the body. We can have a sense of self-acceptance. This is our body. This is the body we have for this lifetime. So let us accept it. Let us learn to have a positive relationship with it. Let us have a sense of oneness rather than duality. Shavasana is an opportunity to have that communication with the mind and the body. The mind and the body can have a beautiful conversation in Shavasana. Let your mind go to the toes and relax the toes. Let the mind enable that relaxation to come up into the lower leg. Letting that relaxation come into the knees, the thighs, the hips. Letting the relaxation come into the lower, middle and upper parts of the abdomen, lower, middle and upper parts of the chest, the lower, middle and upper parts of the back, until finally the whole lower limb and the torso is as relaxed as possible. Let the relaxation come into your fingers, spreading into your palms, the wrist, coming into the elbows, and finally to the shoulder. Relaxing the front side and back of the neck, and letting the relaxation come into your face, your eyes, your nose, your lips, your cheeks, your ears. Letting the whole face be as relaxed as possible. Let the relaxation pass to the back of the head, that point where your head is touching the ground. Let the relaxation come over the top of the head and then to the forehead. And at the forehead, focus your mind on the pinpoint between the two eyebrows, the Bhru Madhya, the midpoint between the two eyebrows, which is called the Bhru Madhya Bindu. Madhya is the middle, Bhru is the eyebrow. Bhru Madhya, the Bindu, a focal point of consciousness at that area. Let your mind go in a couple of inches into your brain, and at this point you come upon what is known as the Ajna Bindu. It is a focal point of consciousness related to the hypothalamo-pituitary axis, the pituitary hanging in the pituitary fossa, surrounded by the cavernous plexus of nerves. Visualize a beautiful light, a jyoti within you, Antar Jyoti, a light coming from within, letting that light expand from a pinpoint, becoming bigger and bigger, until the light is filling your whole head, expanding to fill the whole upper part of the body, and slowly your whole body engulfed in this beautiful Jyoti. Let that light go outwards, as far out as possible into the cosmos, experiencing a beautiful sense of Jyoti Dharana. Having a sense of oneness with that light. Letting it becoming a state of meditative contemplation, Jyoti Dhyana. To come out of the Shavasana, start to move your fingers and toes. Let the movement spread into the whole palm and the sole, moving your wrists and the ankles, the elbows and the knees, moving the hip, the neck, and giving yourself a nice stretch as if you're getting up in the morning. Feels good. And then make sure that from the Shavasana, turn over to the left side and lie on the left side with your right side dominant a few moments. Then turning over so that you come into what is known as the Unmukhasana and Makarasana. Placing your hands by the side of your shoulders. Taking a deep breath. Come up into the Bhujanga. Continue into the Chatushpada. And come into the Shashanka. Coming up into the Vajrasana. When we come out of the Shavasana, we want to come out in a step-by-step manner so that that benefit of the relaxation is maintained in our system. Thank you very much for being with me this morning, the first of our live sessions in the series of self-care through yoga by the CYTER team of Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth. We will be having these sessions by different members of our team, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. every day for about half an hour each session. And slowly we'll be adding on guest lectures, we'll be adding on other aspects to help all of us maintain a high level of self-care during this challenging time of humanity. Let us conclude with the Loka Samasta prayer for wellness and well-being of all living beings. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shantihi 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 Om. Thank you, and don't miss any of our other sessions. We have a wonderful lineup, including the next session this evening at 7 p.m. by Dr. Meena. So be there with us, join in, and let's all have fun. Have a nice day.